See, if you want to learn finance, only 4 transactions you need to learn. One is vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These 4 transactions you learned, if you learn clearly, you learn finance. So, commerce means there are so much subjects. Accounts and commerce, there is so much subject. But if you learn these 4 transactions, what is going to be debited, what is going to be credited, you learn finance. Learn finance. It is not a complex. Okay? Just a minute. So, if you want to learn finance, finance is not a complex. Only 4 transactions you should know. One is vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These 4 transactions, if you are able to follow what is debit, what is credit, that is enough. Okay, it is very simple. Okay, so many people will think like finance is a complex. Finance is a very complex function. Nothing. Only if you learn these 4 transactions, what is debit, what is credit, that is enough. Because you are going to become a finance consultant but not an accountant. If you want to become an accountant, then it is a complex. There are many things you need to learn. But you are not going to become an accountant. You are going to become a finance functional consultant. Okay? What could be the debit, what could be the credit? If you understood, that is enough. At the time of vendor invoice, simple, I need to pay money, vendor account will be credited. At the time of invoice, vendor account credit, because minus, it is, why it is minus? I need to pay money to this vendor, because I have taken a material, I took material, I need to pay money against this material. That is, in Telugu, it is appu. Oh, okay. It is pending amount I need to pay to this vendor. Suppose I have paid. How you can pay? Either it is cash or bank. Using cash or bank, you are going to pay. That's it. And your cash balance or bank balance will be decreased. The cash balance or bank balance will be decreased. Negative. So, suppose you have given material to the customer. Customer invoice means you have given material to your customer. That means you need to collect money from the customer. So, your money is with the customer. Your money is with the customer. So, customer account debit. Positive. It is your money with customer. Suppose you have received money. How can you receive money from the customer? Using cash or bank. The bank balance or cash balance will be increased. You receive money from the customer. That's it. So, is there any complex on these 4 transactions? If you learn these 4 transactions, you learn commerce. Simple. Because you are receiving material from the vendor, you need to pay money. It is a pending amount, you need to pay. So, in your books, you are recording like, I need to pay money to so and so vendor, like Krishna Enterprises or printing and stationery company, whatever it is, I need to pay. If you pay money, your cash balance or bank balance will be decreased. Now, you are giving material to the customer, so your money is with customer. Your money is with the customer. So customer need to pay money, so you need to collect money from the customer, positive money. And you have received money from the customer. Is it clear? Any complexity on this point? Anyone has any doubts, any concerns on this point?
I have a question. So sometimes we used to return the items if something damages or some refurbished goods or etc. Which category that comes under? Which will be credited and which will be debited?
That will be in trade and logistics. In trade and logistics, sales returns and purchase returns. In this trade and logistics, you will understand. Once you understood in trade and logistics, sales order process, purchase order process. So there is another process, sales returns and purchase returns. That you can understand here in trade and logistics.
Okay. So from finance perspective also, in case of financial perspective also, it will be covered part
it
of
will be reversed.
trading
Exactly, it
logistics.
will be reversed. This entry will be reversed. Like this entry, whatever it is there, it will be reversed. And our account will be debit. Here it is credit. Exactly opposite. Okay? Definitely we'll discuss that point. Sales returns and purchase returns. We'll discuss that point later. But detailed training will be happened in the T&L sessions. But like what will be debit and what will be credit, I will show you explanation later. So let me write down the four things. At this point, it will be confusion to everyone. I don't want to mix up now, but in future you are going to you can learn this one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Purchase returns, or it is called vendor returns, because we are returning to vendors and customer returns. So in detail explanation will be in trade and logistics, but four things will be I will explain it here. Explain it here. Okay, in future. So that is the reason if you go back to application like modules, finance means you are going to learn junior consultant, finance consultant. If you want to become a senior consultant, you need to learn finance and trade and logistics. These two, finance and T&L, these two you need to learn. Then you are going to become a finance senior consultant. Finance expert means along with this one, PMBA. These three. If you learn only this one, you are going to become a finance junior consultant. If you learn this also, you are going to become a finance senior consultant. And if you learn this one also, PMA, then you are going to become a finance expert. Now these three. And in the same manner, SCM, these three. First you will start with the career, trade and logistics, SCM. Then you will learn warehouse management, then senior consultant, supply chain management, senior consultant, and SCM manufacturing expert. Okay? Fine. So now try to focus on these four transactions. Any confusion? It is a vendor invoice. You are taking material from the vendor. So you need to pay money to so and so vendor. Suppose you have purchased water bottles. Then water supplies. So I will repeat this session 1 month definitely, because everyone need to understand these things. Just a minute. Just a minute, please. Some people are confusing. So now, if it is a vendor invoice, at the time of vendor invoice, you are receiving material from the vendor. So for that, you need to pay money to the vendor. So in your books, you are entering minus value because you need to pay money. You need to pay money. That is the reason it is negative. And vendor payment means you have paid to the vendor. You have paid to the vendor by using cash or bank. Okay, cash or bank. Next, customer invoice means you are arranging material to the customer and then you are receiving money from the customer. Okay? Fine. Any doubt in these 4 steps? Any confusions? Now if you summarize, it is simple. So if you learn these 4 transactions properly, you learn finance. Sums. Okay. So as I told you, if you want to become an accountant, it is very complex. You need to learn so many things. If you want to become a finance consultant, if you know debits and credits, that is enough. Simple, always debit means positive, credit means negative. For commerce people, it is debit and credit. For science people or maths people, it is positive and negative. Okay? I hope it is clear to everyone. Am I right? Anyone has any confusion on this point?
No, we are good.
Now let me show you in the system. Vendor invoice means, in the system it is called invoice journal. Invoice journal. How it will be posted, let me show you. There are different ways you can do invoice, vendor invoice. The first format is invoice journal. Let me show you. So if you want to do invoice journal, you need to go to accounts payable module, collapse all, invoices, invoice journal. So let me write down the part for this one. Accounts payable, invoices, invoice journal. Accounts payable, invoices, invoice journal. You need to go to accounts payable module, invoices, invoice journal. Then you need to click on new button. Select the journal name. Okay. So this journal name is how to configure, you will understand later. This is a configuration. If you right click, view details, you need to configure here. There are so many journals. How to create these journals, I will explain you later. You are going to learn this one in future. So from the drop down, you have selected journal. Click on lines button or click on journal batch number. Either one you can click. Now you can select the vendor. Now you will receive one invoice copy. That invoice copy number you need to enter. Whatever you have purchased, suppose I have purchased tissue papers. For that, you are going to receive an invoice copy from the vendor. From which vendor you are purchasing, that you need to select. Okay. And tissue paper, this is $15. And this invoice is generated by vendor maybe today or maybe yesterday or maybe day before yesterday, but not future date. Okay, generated by vendor yesterday. Now credit. Now what you have purchased, it is some expenses, purchase expenses. Water bottles, tissue papers, whatever it is there, you can have on account. Now save. Once it is saved, it is updated debit and credit. Debit and credit. Okay. So now I am clicking on post. So if you go to the voucher, vendor balance is credited. Vendor balance is credited. Opposite entry is debit. That we will discuss later. Vendor balance is credited. Actually, here it is, I have selected vendor account number 1005. But if you go to the voucher, it is showing 200100. Okay, this is called ledger subledger concept. So there is a concept called ledger subledger concept. It is ERP concept. You will understand this one later. So I will show you first now, but I will explain you later. I will explain this topic later. Here you will see ledger subledger concept. Okay, I will explain you this topic later. In coming sessions, you are going to learn. Now, if you go to this vendor invoice, vendor account, it will be credited. Vendor account will be credited. That's what it is happened. For vendor balance, it is credited. This is invoice journal. At the time of invoice journal, vendor account will be credited. Next, vendor payment. Vendor payment. Let me show you the vendor payment. Accounts payable module. Accounts payable module. Collapse all. Payments. Vendor payment journal. Vendor payment journal. Click on new. Select the vendor payment. This is also configuration. How it will be created, I will explain you later. Then you can click on lines button. Lines button. Now select the vendor. Select the vendor. Now bank or cash will be decreasing. So I am entering the cash. Cash account I have selected. So this cash account will be decreased. So at the time of vendor payment, our cash balance or bank balance will be decreased. Because you are paying money to the vendor. Using cash or bank, you need to pay. So if it is vendor is credited, cash or bank is credited, then opposite entry is vendor account debit. So here I need to pay, suppose I have purchased tissue papers, I need to pay minus 15. Now you have paid to the vendor, it is plus 15, then vendor balance will become 0 because I have paid. So at the time of vendor payment, vendor account will be debited and our cash balance will be decreased. It is minus. Now, if you go to this application, I need to enter vendor debit. So, this is on account. Something they will write in the description. Okay, so cash account will be credited, vendor account will be debited. Save. It will show you debit and credit. Now if you post, if you go to the voucher, here vendor account is debited, positive, and cash account credited, because my cash balance will be decreased. If I do payment $15 to you, it will be decreased in my cash balance. That's what it is. Understood? Any confusion on this point? So we understood now vendor invoice, vendor payment. So vendor payment, where it is available? Accounts payable, payment, vendor payment. Accounts payable, payments, vendor payment. Understood these 2 points, 2 topics? Any confusions, any doubts, please? So these 4 transactions, what is going to be debited, what is going to be credited, if you understood, around 50 to 60% commerce you learn. Only this transactions is a confusion to everyone. For everyone, this is a confusion. If you learn these 4 transactions, it will become easy. Understood? Next, customer invoice. So customer invoice means in the system it is free text invoice. Free text invoice. Let me show you that customer invoice. Accounts receivable module, collapse all, invoices, free text invoices. Okay, click on new button, select the customer, select the ledger account, so enter amount. Okay, so at the time of customer invoice, so free text invoice means it is in accounts receivable, invoices, all free text invoices. Accounts receivable, invoices, all free text invoices. All free text invoices. So at the time of invoice, customer account will be debited. Customer account will be debited. So I have entered, I have selected customer, I have entered price, post. Click OK. Sorry. 1 second. What happened? The free text invoice posting progress is complete. Why it is error message? of posting definitions. Give me a second. This is not a correct one. Let me take duplicate. So general ledger, collapse all. This is, you will understand slowly. Periodic tasks. Subledger journal entry is not a transferred. It's not there. This is called functional debugging. Means if you are facing any challenges, what is the solution? You need to verify. This is, actually there is a checkbox I have enabled. I will explain you this one later. Use posting definitions. I am removing. Okay. What is this? It is related to public sector. It is related to public sector. What is this public sector and all those things we will discuss later, not now. So, I am just keeping a pending point as a public sector. One more topic you will understand later, but that is not in our course content. But what is that I will discuss with you. Let me write down. So this is related to public sector. If you don't know at this point what is this public sector, we'll discuss that one later. So I have disabled one parameter. I have disabled one parameter in general ledger parameters, accounting rules, use posting definitions. I have disabled. Okay. Now let me do posting. I am posting now. Now it was posted without any errors. It was posted. If you verify the voucher, you can click on invoice journal and voucher. It will show you customer balance will be debited. Customer balance will be debited. Customer account will be debited. So that's what it is. Let me show you once again this pretext invoice. How to do it. So accounts receivable module, collapse all, invoices, all pretext invoices. Okay, this is a warning message. You can leave it, no problem. Click on new. Select the customer from the drop down. Any customer is fine. And select the main account. This is a revenue account. It is revenue account. You can enter the price, $12, suppose. Now you can click on post button. Click OK. Okay, now if you verify the voucher, invoice journal, voucher, customer balance will be debited. Customer account will be debited. This is customer invoice. There are different ways we can do invoicing. One of the way we can do. Okay. Any questions, any doubts till now? Any questions? So we understood now customer invoice. Let me show you customer payment. Customer payment. What is a customer payment? Accounts receivable module. Collapse all. Payments. Customer payment journal. Click on new. Select the journal name. Go to lines button, or you can click on here also. You can select the customer. Okay. Now, so you can select cash. I don't want any method. I will explain you what is this method of payment. So I'm selecting the ledger. I'm receiving cash from the customer. I'm receiving cash from the customer. Then I'm selecting cash. Cash account. I have selected. So here customer balance, like cash account, I'm receiving cash. So cash will be increased because customer is paying money means I'm receiving money from the customer. Customer, whenever you are receiving money from the customer, our cash balance will be increased. That means customer balance will be credited. So look at this one. At the time of invoice, customer balance is debit. At the time of payment, customer balance will be credited. So that it will become 0. And your cash balance or bank balance will be increased. Make sense? So we need to enter credit for the customer. And we can verify debit and credit. It is 12. We can pause. Now if you verify the voucher, cash balance will be increasing and customer balance will be decreased. Cash balance will be increasing. So cash balance will be debited and customer will be credited. So at the time of invoice, customer is debit. At the time of payment, customer is credit. So that it will become 0 value. It will become 0. Understood? Any confusion on these 4 transactions? This is very simple. So, at the time of vendor invoice, the postings are expenses account debtor to vendor account credit. At the time of vendor payment, vendor account debtor to cash or bank account credit. Accountants, they will write like this. Expenses account debtor to vendor account. They will not pronounce credit also. They will pronounce like this. Expenses account debtor to vendor account. At the time of vendor payment, vendor account debtor to cash or bank credit. At the time of invoice, customer account debtor to revenue account credit. At the time of customer payment, cash or bank account debtor to customer account credit. Okay. These 4 transactions. Yes, please.
Sorry, sir. Sacha, sir. Here, customer payment means actually customer is paying the amount to vendor. Am I right, sir?
So it is a receipt. Okay. So you need to understand. Let me open. Customer will not pay to the vendor directly. Don't use that word because in your land, in your commerce, it is this is vendor, this is customer, this vendor. I have used 4 organizations here. You are in the software company, you are implementing in a client, you are running your business, you need to imagine. For this client, this is a vendor. For this client, this is a customer. For this vendor, you are the customer. You learn this one in your commerce. Don't use that word now. It will be confusion to you. Vendor, what you are, it is irrelevant to you. You are running your business. For you, it is a vendor. For you, it is a customer. That's it. For this customer, you are a vendor. But why are you looking at this point of view? Don't look at this one.
No.
Look at your.
Sir, from our point of view, customer payment means we are paying the amount. Am I right, sir? Client paying the amount.
No, receiving. Customer receipt. In local, it is called customer receipt. So, customer, from the customer, we are receiving money.
Okay. Customer payment means nothing but we are receiving money. Okay.
Yes. Customer receipt. So, in India, in globally, we will use the word customer receipt only. But in the system, we will find customer payment. Actually, it is customer receipt. From the customer, we are receiving money. That is the reason module name is receivable. From the customer, we are receiving money. That is the reason it is receivable. For the vendor, we are paying money. That is the reason it is accounts payable. We are paying money to the vendors. That is accounts payable. This is you are receiving money, accounts receivable. That is the reason these 2 modules are there. Accounts payable means for vendors, we are paying money. Accounts receivable means we are receiving money from the customers. So, in some clients, they will use the word, this is receipt and customer receipt. They will rename their names, menu names. Okay? The actual word is, it is receipt and customer receipt. Because we are receiving money from the customer. Yeah? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
So, yeah, see, the thing is like finance, it is not complex. If you clearly understood one by one piece of points, you can understand easily. It is not a complex. It is not a complex at all. So, yes, Hitesh. So, always look at like this, then it will be easy. You are joining in a software company.
Sorry,
You are working
Satya.
for a yeah.
Yes, Satya, here customer means the client means client giving the customer, right? So
Yeah,
here
so
client
this is,
we are the clients. So that's the reason we are receiving the some materials from the vendor, and at the same time we are passing that material to the customer, right? So here
yeah.
we are passing to the customer, but you are saying that customers are received.
No, not customer.
Mm,
We are dispatching material. We are dispatching
mm,
material and we are
mm,
receiving money from the customer. We are
uh,
dispatching material to the customer and we are
mm,
receiving money because we have given material. For that material,
mm.
we need to collect money. For that money, it is receiving.
Okay, beside of arrows, then that is showing that we are receiving. Okay. After
Yes.
that, and this another arrow is showing that we are crediting, but we are receiving amount, right, sir? So after that, why we are showing that that vendor in the cash and bank transaction?
From that, you are receiving material.
Hmm.
Am I right?
Yes. Uh,
So, receiving material process you will learn in trade and logistics. But receiving material. So, receiving invoice.
mm,
Receiving
yes.
invoice. For that, you need to
Mm,
pay money. That is the negative value.
yes.
You are paying money to the vendor. At that time, your cash balance or bank balance will be decreased from your bank. your bank or cash will be decreased. Minus. Agree?
Okay, okay, fine,
For
fine.
vendor,
So
whatever you have
there are
received,
there are two sets, like we are receiving and we are paying to the we are paying the amount. So that is the one
yeah,
scenario. The second
yes,
scenario is, and the scenario number two is the customer. So if we are giving to the customer, then we will receive the cash from the customer. That is the second scenario.
exactly right. Exactly right.
Okay, can you please go to that Word environment, Word documents? So here the vendor means, who are the vendors? Sir, here
We are
the
the vendor.
vendor. Okay, we are the customer and vendor. So we are receiving. That's the
So
reason we need to
don't
pay.
use it. Yeah. 1 minute, Hitesh. So
Uh,
whenever you are sending vendor, don't use this is a customer. No, don't use. Because for this,
why, sir?
you are a vendor, but don't look at
Mm.
that one. If you are looking at that one, it will be confusion a lot. Always,
Yeah, that is the thing,
I'm
sir.
speaking
Yeah,
to the
we are.
organization.
Mm-hmm.
This
Okay,
is for
we are in
giving
the
to the,
organization.
yes,
Yes, okay, I'll tell in this way, like, think yourself as a business. Okay, you are Okay.
running a business. Okay,
Yes.
your company name is something like USMF or some company name. So you want
Okay.
raw materials to run your business. So what you will
Yes.
do, if you want to require raw materials, you will go to a
Mm.
supplier and ask for raw material. Once you take the raw material for your business, and you will give the cash to the supplier. Okay, with that
True.
raw material, what you will do, you will produce or manufacture something and you will sell the goods to the customer. Okay, what
Mm.
customer
Yes.
will do? Customer will pay you the amount. So in this case,
Yes.
client is business. The business will have both suppliers and customers. Suppliers will be sending the money, customers will
Mm.
be receiving the cash.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, think that as a
So,
business, not that customer
you
or
are,
vendor. Yeah.
yes, you are purchasing material means you are receiving material and you are against that material you are doing payment. This is called procure to pay process. Okay, always
Mhm.
remember this is your company instead of
Okay.
some other company. Imagine like this is your company. Simply you are purchasing mobiles and you are selling mobiles. Okay, so if you purchase mobiles, for that you need to pay money to the vendor. That money, how can you pay? One is cash or one is bank. Check or DD, whatever, NEFT, whatever it is. So, receiving material, at that time, you need to record like this is minus amount because you need to pay to the vendor. Am I right? And whenever you are paying really, your cash balance will be decreased. Your cash balance will be decreased. So, that is cash will be minus. So, it is payable because you are going to pay to the vendor. Whereas customers, you are dispatching material and you are receiving money. So I have not shown here, I have shown in separate direction. So you are dispatching material and you are against this material, you are collecting money from the customer. So collecting money means cash. So for this customer, what you are is irrelevant. For this vendor, what you are, it is irrelevant because in your commerce, you will learn this way, only two way. But I have defined here three way. You are running your business. Always for you, what is this? For you, what is this? That's it. If you remember, that will be easy for to understand. Clear to everyone? Yeah.
Yeah.
So always you need to imagine like you are running a business. You are running a business, then it will be easy to understand not only Dynamics, any ERP. Whether it is SAP, whether it is Oracle apps, Tally, Wings, Focus, any ERP. There are so many ERPs in the market. So if you want to understand ERP, you need to imagine like you are running your business, you are purchasing material, for that you are doing payment and you are dispatching material to the customers, for that you are receiving money from the customers. So actually you are working in you are going to work in a software company, but we are not talking about software company now. Because if you want to implement from here to here, you need to imagine this is your company.
then it will be easy to understand. Yeah? Is it clear to everyone? Any confusions? Finance is really easy. It's not a complex. Only these 4 transactions, if you are clear, you learn finance. Only these 4 transactions. Vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. Of course, this vendor invoice can be done in different formats. I will explain you all those formats one by one, slowly. And in the same manner, vendor payment also, in different scenarios you can do it. Different options also there. Inside. Customer invoice also, there are different options. But you should very much clear about these 4 debits and credits. For these 4 transactions, it may take 10 days, 15 days to clear this understanding. That's it. Then you learn finance. Okay, fine. Now, if I go to this application, if you verify, the amounts are posted in here. If you verify the voucher transaction, there are amount in transaction currency, amount in national currency, amount in reporting currency. One more it is there. So, there are 3 currencies, amount in reporting currency. So, let me write down in the notepad. So, currencies or amounts will be stored in accounting currency. It is also called national currency. Next one is reporting currency. And one more is transaction currency. Transaction currency, accounting currency or national currency and reporting currency. Look at this one. Amount in transaction currency. Amount in transaction currency. Amount in, this is accounting currency or national currency. Next, amount in reporting currency. What is this actually? Okay. So, if you are running your business in India, you are asking your friend, give me 100. Means immediately he has given you $100. Is it? If you ask your friend, give me 100, whether he will give you $100? What he will do? He will give you 100 rupees, am I right? Agree with me? Yeah. If you are in India, if you are asking your friend, like give me 100 means 100 rupees, am I right? Then INR is accounting currency. Suppose you are living in USA. You are living in USA. Then if your friend give me 20, then $20. $20. Suppose if you are in Dubai, it is AED, Arab Emirate Dirhams. If you are in Oman Riyals. If you are in Malaysia, Malaysian Ringgits. If you are in Singapore dollars. If you are in China Yuan. So those are national currency or accounting currency. Wherever the company is physically located, that is accounting currency. Wherever the physically located currency is national currency or accounting currency, that is in the system, it will be posted automatically amount in national currency or monetary standard. Whatever it is there, it is accounting currency. Then what is this transaction currency? Suppose I'm running my business in India and I'm exporting to Dubai. I'm exporting material to Dubai. Otherwise, I'm importing material from Dubai. Then in that case, transaction currency is AED, Arab Emirate Dirhams. Suppose if I'm exporting material to Oman, then Oman Riyals is my currency. If I'm exporting to Saudi Riyals. If I'm exporting material to USA, US dollars is the transaction currency. My accounting currency is INR, but I'm exporting or importing, then it is different. Suppose I'm doing business in India only, then accounting currency and transaction currency both are same. Because if I'm doing only business in India only I'm doing business, I'm not doing exports and imports, then transaction currency is equal to accounting currency. Both are same. If in case you are exporting or importing, then transaction currency will be different. Next, reporting currency. Reporting currency is a additional supporting currency for reports. So, and we remember all the reports will be generated in accounting currency. People will misunderstood about by reporting currency. So all the reports will be generated in accounting currency. For few reports, few specific reports, I'll use reporting currency. A few specific reports. Suppose you are running your business in India. And you are planning to establish one more company. You are thinking whether I need to go for Dubai, or I need to establish in Malaysia, or I need to establish in Singapore. This is my plan. So it is not yet finalized. I am planning to establish one more company, either maybe in Singapore, or Malaysia, or Dubai. Then I am just discussing with few people in Singapore. Then I am speaking like 500 crores of rupees I am doing business. He cannot understand what do you mean by 500 crores of rupees. Then if I am speaking like $100 million, $200 million, then he can understand how big it is, because he can convert immediately US dollars into local currency. Suppose you are traveling from here to UK. Then you are landing to Dubai, from Dubai to Switzerland to UK. So you will not keep all the currencies. If you keep US dollars, that is enough. You can convert that to US dollars. If you are staying in airport, you can give like US dollars, and you can exchange whatever the currency you want. You can take money. So INR cannot be valid for all the countries. Yes, it is available conversions, but you cannot purchase directly. You need to go to exchanges, and you need to convert. But US dollars, you can purchase. You can give US dollars in the airport, and you can purchase any country in the world. So I want one report. I want some reports to show to the across the globe what is how big it is my business, how big it is. If I want to represent, I want to show, I want reporting currency. So in the system we have accounting currency or national currency, transaction currency, and reporting currency. So where we can configure this? So if you want general ledger setup, ledger. You are deciding what is your accounting currency, what is your reporting currency. You cannot modify in between. Accounting currency and reporting currency you cannot modify in between. Transaction currency, whenever you are doing transaction, at that time, that transaction will be a transaction currency. Okay, so there are three currencies: transaction currency, accounting currency, and reporting currency. So in depth you are going to learn coming soon about foreign currency revelation. There is a foreign currency revelation function you are going to learn in future. I'm starting here. If you have any questions, any doubts, you can unmute and you can speak now. If no more questions, we'll connect once again tomorrow morning. I will tell you tomorrow only the free session from Monday onwards. Once you pay, then only you will be allowed. Yes, please.
Acha sir, add me in the morning 7 a.m. group, sir.
So if you pay fee, you will get that one.
No, sir, I'm Krishna, sir. I'm previous batch discontinued. No? Asked visual path, they said me look.
So then you can check with the institute, they will add you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, understood, Krishna. I remember. So you can ask institute.
Okay,
They will add
sir.
you.
Okay.
Your bank, right?
Yeah, sir, I'm back, sir. Actually, I remembered I asked them, they shared the link.
They will add you, no problem. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So we'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time, 7 a.m. IST. See you all. Bye-bye.